Okay, alright, hello. This is Kerry, Cash Me Outside of Project Notalot, and today I have an absolutely incredible exclusive for you. Nobody else, absolutely nobody else on the planet has this exclusive. This is just me. And being an independent journalist, it's a pretty big deal. And I have been interviewing Lyman Sharks for a number of years, and his stories are incredible. His intel is top-notch, and he really knows his stuff. So the next obvious move for me as an independent journalist would be to exclusively interview the extraterrestrial he calls Mom. Even though Mom is technically a male of the species, he's always referred to his extraterrestrial mom as Mom. It's a little confusing, but I got it after years of interviewing Lyman. I understand where he's coming from. So I approached him and asked if he would feel comfortable with me interviewing his mom. And he said, you know what, let's do it. And he set up his office, and he's just let me know that Mom has beamed in and that he's ready for interviews. So without further ado, I am going to exclusively interview for Project Notalot the extraterrestrial who goes by the name of Mom. Hello, Mom.
Greetings, Earthling.
Okay, well, you may or may not know, you may not be aware that I am in fact an independent journalist. And, you know, with respect to that, I don't want any confusion on this subject matter if you choose to go somewhere else and talk to another independent journalist that's not as good, a substandard one, for example, Kevin Moore. So I want to be assured before we continue in with this interview that you will be exclusive to Project Notalot.
An exclusive I promise to give.
Okay, great. So I think we can both agree that Kevin Moore is useless. Okay, great. Okay, so the first thing that I want to ask you then, I think the most obvious question for any independent journalist to ask an extraterrestrial is, where are you from?
I originate from the third rock from the sun, but also I find myself dimensionally jumping, and this means that wherever I lay my hat, that's my home.
Okay, yeah, no, that's interesting. I mean, I don't really understand it, but, you know, that, good, okay. So, how did you meet Lyman?
That's a good question, what happened was, I found myself dimensionally jumping one day, and I was observing humanity, as I like to do. And what I found was there was a noise coming from one of the houses that I was peeping at, observing into. and I heard the sound of a crying infant. And I found this sound obnoxious and disturbing. So I went to investigate, and I found a very small child, a baby, in a crib, crying. And I wanted that dreadful noise, that terrible din, to stop. So what I did was I picked it up and held it. And amazingly, quite astonishingly, it looked directly into my eyes and said, "Mum." And from then on, I was to be known as Mum, even though I'm actually biologically male. I was then taken on the role as Mum.
And of course, you will know that that you are not the only extraterrestrial that that Lyman has interactions with. And he has, in fact, had regular interactions with an ET that goes by the name of the Cat Queen, a alien-human hybrid cat being, and he has regular meetups and liaisons with her. I think he says 4 times a year. How do you feel about that union?
I am indeed accepting of his choices.
Okay, great. And also, you know, I suppose you have to be quite comfortable with that because he has actually produced offspring with the Cat Queen. I understand. Have you met Zarka?
I have, in fact, met Zarka. Absolutely real. And I do, in fact, work alongside Zarka. She is, in fact, on my team. We are on Team Save Patriotic Humanity, and we are here to observe the humans and assist them with their various issues with elections and politicians and very important universe missions such as that.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So now I want to move on to another line of questioning because I think that this is so important because I know that from listening to other people who have these incredible interactions with ETs that the extraterrestrials of the entire universe are absolutely obsessed with American politics. In particular, Donald Trump. They all love him, it seems, and in particular, you know, the Pleiadians, they absolutely adore Donald Trump, and I've heard this from many credible and reliable people. So what I wanted to ask was, as you are obviously very, very interested in American politics, and I'm an American as well as an independent journalist, I wanted to ask, is JFK Jr. still alive?
I can confirm that JFK Jr. is in fact alive and well and currently considering a return into politics.
Okay, great. So, I mean, again, another exclusive here on Project Notalot. No other independent journalist has got that intel except for me. So, yeah, okay. Right, okay. And I wanted to ask, obviously, you must be very proud of your son because he is now working with the U.S. Forces to exclusively roll out the med beds, and this is something that the Galactics are working on in conjunction with the U.S. Forces. That's pretty incredible. And what exactly is your role, or the other Galactics' role in the med beds coming on to the planet?
Our role is to provide the technology for the humans, and in fact to train them also, to train them how they can use the med beds to better protect the health of humanity, because the health of humanity is absolutely imperative as humanity moves through the 3D, past the 4, bypassing entirely the 4, and going into 5D. And so we need the use of those med beds. So that is our role. Once we have tinkered with them, as it were, and made them usable for humans, we will then step back and allow the humans to do what they need to do and assist them accordingly.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, all of this is just mind-blowing. And I know that you only have limited time that you can actually be on planet, and this is a huge energetic deal for you to even come on camera and to be in the human space as a 5D being. You're going to find it kind of difficult to be interviewed for very long, so I understand that you have to go now. So I think we got quite a number of incredible exclusives for Project Notalot there that no one else is going to have. So I just wanted to say, you know, thank you so much for joining me and sharing your precious time and energy with an independent journalist like me. I'm so grateful, and I want to say thank you, namaste, and I don't know what else to say to an extraterrestrial, nano or something, I don't know. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that we can speak again soon on Project Notalot. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And I am ready to cease this interview and return to my ship. I am indeed ready to go up.
Well, okay, all right, so there you have it. That was incredible. I don't think that anyone on the planet has ever had an exclusive like that, except that time when that journalist exposed Milli Vanilli back in the 80s or 90s, I don't remember. Nothing comes close. And, you know, that's because I'm an independent journalist and I get the exclusives for Project Notalot. So, you know, suck it, anyone else, because you can't touch this. I thank you for tuning in. I know I'm going to get another exclusive with Lyman's mom, and he's agreed to do that, and it's just incredible. So there you go. I'm better than everybody else, and you know it. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again on another exclusive Project Notalot. Okay, I'm over it.